Hi, my beautiful Aries. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to Jupiter. I'm XLVIjoon. I'm very excited to do your love reading for Valentine's Day. I'm going to draw an angel guide oracle card for you first to see what energies are currently available to you. Oops, there it is. Inner child healing. This is beautiful. So your Valentine's reading is all about inner child healing. And the thing is, this is amazing because nothing feels better than loving yourself. And this is the step, the first step really that we have to take is just look at healing our inner child. And while we do that, it sounds like so much work. It really isn't. It's just sitting there and kind of going like, who am I? How am I? And why do I feel the way I feel when I feel the way I feel? And just having that conversation with ourselves and hold our pain, hold our anger so we can transmute it. And that is what you're doing. So with this current energy, Aries, you're releasing some of the traumas. They're coming to the surface, but it's not a negative feeling. You're actually quite excited about it because you're starting to feel like, oh, I get it. Oh, I'm starting to get it. And this just brings in more of that love energy for you because you're just more receptive, you know. An inner child that's not healed, the world. Oh my goodness. Completion of the cycle. So an inner child that isn't healed, you know, where we still have that wounding in ourselves, that holds us back significantly from receiving further blessings and love because, you know, there's this hurt and this pain, and that pain pushes things away, right? Because pain is the sort of thing that if I'm healed kind of goes, I don't want any more pain. You know, I've just digested this one, and that's exactly who this is how you've acted. So Aries, you've been rejecting many offers of love. There's a lot of love around you has been available to you, but you're like, no, I'm good because I'm going to end up here, you know, and this is how I feel. I don't feel like I belong. I feel isolated. I feel like I'm the odd one out. I don't feel welcome. And you know what? I've come to live with it. I'm kind of like fine to be on the outside. So don't give me anything. Don't give me anything great. I don't even want to get involved. I don't even want to get hurt. I don't even want to get disappointed. I'm done with disappointment. So no, thank you. That is the energy that you had. And the Four of Pentacles is holding on for dear life, and you're coming out of that energy. So you're actually starting to kind of feel a lot more, you know, that you don't want to hold on to this anymore. You know it yourself, you know, you kind of feel like, yep, I know I do this all the time, but this is where I feel safest. This is where I feel good. And you're starting to realize that maybe I don't feel good. That's not nice. So let that energy go. Seven of Swords in reverse. This is very much, you know, this is deception. So this is definitely an Aries who has been hurt, who has been disappointed, who has been betrayed. But it also indicates that there might be a level of self-deception here, that when we see a situation isn't for us, or when we see we're left out in the cold, we're just deceiving ourselves, because just look back, there's shelter, there's a church. Spiritual healing is always available to us. And that's what it means. You know, it means if we're ever feeling isolated or sad or lonely, it just means that we're not connecting with our spiritual self in that particular moment. And as soon as we do that, and as soon as we start to have a chat with our higher self, and our higher self is our inner child, they're one and the same. They're one and the same, because we came as that inner child, as the imprint of you know, the experience we wanted to have on earth, and certainly didn't come to be excluded or to feel like this, to feel left out. So this is not something that you're enjoying, but at the same time, you just you're like, oh no, too hard. I'd rather stay here than have to go all the way there. Because you know why you did that, my beautiful Aries? Because you've been disappointed. You've been disappointed in the past. You know, your inner child has hurt. It has. It's been hurt, and you're kind of looking at that. Well, what's that going to do? You know, there is no escape, and you are a very, very resilient sign, and actually very modest. So the self-deception or the betrayal that you've had from other people, that's definitely there. But also then you deceiving yourself that it can't get better, that you know there isn't a better way out there, but there is a better way out there. And so that's kind of what you are starting to realize, because you're coming to the end of the cycle. So you have gone through some really heavy energies, but you've let that burden go. So there's this new wave that's coming in with that healing, and you're saying, I really don't know what I'm holding on to. I really don't know why. You know, it's not a good way to be. And you know, when I think back, you know, I used to have a lot more in me. You know, yeah, Page of Wands, exactly. You're fire, Aries. You're fire. You're just, you know, I mean, if anyone knows how to live, it's you. It's you. That's it. Oh my goodness. If anyone knows how to live, that's you. So the 10 of Wands and the Page of Swords, they're in reverse. So we're saying the burdens, the curiosity that comes with it, you know, just kind of being naive and looking into things that burden us is no longer what we need, because you're transforming that. There's a certain death to a way of being. You are feeling it. You are absolutely feeling it. And so what you have available to you this Valentine's Day, so I'm not sure how this is obviously going to affect your love life, but what needs to happen deep down, which is actually much more of an achievement for you, is that your ships are coming in. While you're doing your inner child healing, and while you have this energy available, you've completed some cycles, and yes, there is better out there. You can feel absolutely amazing. You can feel on top of the world again, and you will. Your ships are coming in. That means that all of your inner child healing and the work that you put in is going to bring you return. So stay optimistic about your life, your self-love, your love life, and everything surrounding these Valentine's energies are just prime. They're just absolutely superb. And I can see this. I'm not, you know, I think, you know, I can imagine, I can feel the Aries collective just shaking their head at me, because, you know, these are not some easy energies that you've had to deal with. Definitely not, you know. So just fear, rejection, failure, deception, betrayal, being left out, burdens, carrying heavy, you know, these are endings. You know, a lot of things ended. There might have been, you know, an actual death in your inner circles, your family, you know, or just a death to a certain way or ending situation. So the World card is not one easily come by. This is, you know, a completion of a cycle that ended in the tens, you know, that went through, sometimes we say hell and back, you know. So the World is absolutely, it's the biggest achievement. And this is your triumph. Valentine's Day really is to kind of say, wow, I think I know what I'm done with. And that's all you might know at this stage. You might not know. You can't see. You just know you don't want to hold on to that negative energy. You can't see it. You're just the Page of Wands. You're just coming in with your light little fire, you know, just kind of like, oh, isn't there something better out there? You know, you're coming in with this innocence. Brilliant. That's where you want to be. Your inner child. Just be curious about the world and what it can bring you. It will bring you beautiful, beautiful rewards. You will feel so victorious. You will really, come Valentine's Day or Valentine's week, this season, make the most of the love that's on offer for you. Do not reject it. Take the love and really start to love yourself, your inner child, and you will feel absolutely victorious. A feeling that you haven't had in a long time, a feeling of understanding what your spiritual powers actually have in store for you. Remember, you are your inner child and you need to look after it. Nobody else will. So I hope this helped, and this is going to be a beautiful Valentine season for you. And just leave those old energies behind. They can't touch you anymore. You're right in the new energy, and you're here to protect yourself. So I wish you all the best, my beautiful Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Thank you so much for your likes and subscribes. Really, really helps me to keep coming back to you. And I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for tuning in.